Hi there, and welcome to Science Sleep, where quiet curiosity meets peaceful rest. Tonight, we drift toward a world veiled in mystery. A world wrapped not in silence, but in endless layers of cloud. A world where sunlight softens into gold long before it reaches the surface. Venus, Earth's twin in size, but opposite in every gentle way. A planet hidden beneath swirling mists, bathed in a warm, glowing haze that never clears. But in this calm journey, we won't explore Venus' heat or its storms. Instead, we rise above them into the high, quiet clouds where the sun filters through like golden silk, where the thick atmosphere muffles every sound, and where the world glows with a soft, eternal amber light. Tonight, we invite you to float inside this glowing mist, to drift through clouds, the color of warm honey, to feel the gentle hush that settles in the upper atmosphere, far above the turbulence below. Up here, the light is soothing. The winds are slow and smooth, and the planet's deep, hidden surface feels distant, as if wrapped in countless blankets of cloud. So breathe slowly. Let the golden haze soften your thoughts. Let the quiet drift of Venus' upper sky guide you toward deep, effortless rest. Welcome to Golden Mist Ambience, a soft voyage through the shining clouds of our sister world, and an invitation into deep, peaceful sleep. Part 1. Drifting into the golden clouds, high above the swirling world of Venus, you begin your gentle descent into the planet's upper atmosphere. Here, sunlight filters softly through layers of dense cloud, turning everything into warm shades of gold and pale amber. The light feels calm, diffuse, comforting, almost as if the entire sky is wrapped in a glowing blanket. Unlike Mercury's sharp, silent horizon, Venus offers a horizon made of haze. Soft, blended, endlessly smooth. You drift into this haze now, slowly, effortlessly, like a feather falling into warm fog. The winds at this height are gentle compared to the violent world far below. Here, in the high cloud decks, the atmosphere moves like a slow river of air. Nothing rushes, nothing jolts. Everything flows. Imagine yourself floating in that flow, weightless, at ease, letting the golden mist carry you the way a calm ocean carries a quiet boat. The clouds around you are thick but luminous. They glow from within, illuminated by sunlight diffused through countless droplets and particles. This glow feels warm against your thoughts. It softens the busy corners of your mind. It slows your breath. It pulls your awareness gently inward. Below you, deeper layers of cloud swirl in slow spirals. But from here, they look like smooth currents of cream-colored mist. Soft, blended, pale gold and ivory drifting in circular harmony. You glide through these upper layers, where temperatures are surprisingly gentle, cooler than Earth's deserts, warmer than its mountain peaks. A calm pocket suspended between extremes. The air is thick, dense, supportive. It feels almost like floating through warm water, except weightless and airy at the same time. Let that sensation settle into your body. Feel it gently hold you. Feel it cushion every part of your awareness. Above, the sun appears as a muted disk, not harsh, not piercing. It glows through the haze like a lantern behind silk, a soft, blurred orb radiating comfort instead of brightness. Imagine its light resting on your shoulders. Imagine it warming your chest. Imagine it smoothing the rhythm of your breath. Venus clouds are layered like blankets, a high sheet of translucent mist, a middle zone of golden fog, a deeper ocean of swirling, cream-colored vapor. Each layer moves in its own rhythm. Each layer adds to the world's serene, dreamlike motion. You drift between two of these layers now. Golden light above, a deeper amber glow below. You hover in the quiet space between them, suspended in warmth, suspended in calm, suspended in stillness. As you drift, the atmosphere around you feels thick with quiet energy, not stormy, not sharp, just full, dense, steady. This density cradles you. It slows every movement. It makes every breath feel longer, smoother, softer. The deeper you drift, the gentler everything becomes. Colors fade into warm tones. Edges blur. Shapes dissolve into mist. The world turns into a slow, glowing dream. You feel yourself becoming lighter. Your thoughts stretch out like clouds. Your breath melts into the motion of the atmosphere. Below, faint lightning flickers inside deep cloud layers. But from here, it is only a soft flash of pale gold, a quiet pulse, a heartbeat of the planet far below. It does not disturb you. It calms you, like distant light behind thick curtains, like a storm you cannot hear, only see as gentle, glowing breaths of energy. These pulses rise through the layers like slow waves. You feel them pass through you in calm intervals, a slow harmony of light and silence. You drift a little lower now, entering a layer where the light turns deeper and more honey-like. This region is known as the Venusian cloud tops. Temperatures here are comfortable. Winds move like soft ribbons of air. Everything feels smooth, balanced, unhurried. Imagine the golden mist brushing against your skin. Cool, but not cold. Warm, but not hot. Neutral, perfectly soothing. A gentle equilibrium wrapped in light. Your breath settles into this neutrality. Not forced, not shallow, just quiet, just steady. Around you, the thick atmosphere muffles every sensation. Every sound becomes distant. Every thought becomes soft. Every feeling becomes rounded and slow. You drift deeper into the cloud layer, where the sunlight glows more intensely, but never sharply. It becomes a warm gradient around you, a soft halo suspended in mist. This glow feels like a warm hand on your back, guiding you, supporting you, encouraging you to rest just a little deeper. As you move through this golden vapor, the entire sky seems to breathe. Clouds rise slowly. Clouds fall slowly. The air thickens, then thins, all in a rhythm so calm you can barely detect it. You begin to sync with that rhythm. Your chest expands softly as the light brightens. You exhale gently as the mist thickens. warm breath, cool mist, warm light, cool shadow. The atmosphere carries you effortlessly. There is no gravity pulling sharply at you, no wind pushing, no sound distracting, only smooth, floating presence. And in this floating presence, your mind becomes spacious. Thoughts dissolve like mist. Awareness widens like a quiet horizon. Memories drift away like clouds moving beneath you. You drift forward, slowly, gently, comfortably. The golden mist thickens, but in a soothing way. It wraps around you like a warm, glowing blanket, protective, soft, welcoming. In this dense atmosphere, even time feels slower. Minutes stretch, moments soften. Everything melts gently into everything else. You feel the sedative quiet of Venus seep deeper into your breath. You feel the warm haze soften your inner voice. You feel the planet's slow, cloud-wrapped calm settling deeper into your body. You drift, quiet, floating, suspended in golden cloud light. The world below remains hidden, muffled beneath endless layers of mist. But up here, above the storms, above the pressure, everything is gentle. Everything is warm. Everything is safe. You continue drifting. Honey-colored atmosphere, carried by calm winds, held by golden haze, guided by quiet light. And with each slow breath, you sink a little deeper into rest, into softness, into the glowing quiet of Venus' upper sky. Part 2. Drifting through the upper cloud sea of Venus. As you continue your gentle descent through the golden mist, the clouds around you begin to shift in slow, sweeping patterns. Their motion is calm at this altitude. A quiet glide rather than a storm. A soft conveyor of air that carries you like a leaf resting on a warm breeze. You drift through this soft movement, letting the flow support your weightless body, letting it cradle your awareness, letting it ease your breath into deeper and slower rhythms. The light above you becomes slightly brighter as you reach a layer where the haze begins to thin. It creates a soft, glowing ceiling, a warm lantern of sunlight shining through pale gold vapor. This light does not sting. It does not glare. It simply rests on you. Soft, warm, comforting. Imagine this gentle light pressing lightly against your eyelids. Imagine it warming the space behind your forehead. Imagine it loosening tension at the back of your neck. Below, the clouds thicken into rolling shapes. Smooth arcs, curves, layers like folded silk. Each curve drifts slowly, following Venus' upper wind patterns. These winds circle the planet. Graceful rotation, called superrotation. High above the surface, the atmosphere moves faster than the planet itself. But that speed never reaches you as force or chaos. Up here, it translates only into smooth motion, a continual drift that feels like floating on a gentle river of air. You let yourself drift with it. No resistance. No direction needed. Just soft, effortless movement. Around you, the colors shift. Golden at first, then soft amber, then a gentle ivory. The light blends seamlessly into the haze. Nothing is sharp. Nothing is sudden. Each cloud melts into the next, like brushstrokes of warm mist. You breathe with this blending, breathing in the golden warmth, breathing out into the ivory mist. Your breath becomes part of the atmosphere itself, a soft exchange between you and the clouds. As you drift deeper into the cloud sea, you reach a region where cloud droplets scatter light in a unique way. The sky around you glows with a soft, creamy luminance. It feels like drifting inside a warm pearl. Calm, silent, protective. This layer is rich with small droplets of sulfuric acid, suspended gently in thick air. But here, in your serene, imagined state, they become only light and softness, only the glowing mist, only the calm that surrounds you like a cocoon. You move through this pearlescent layer, feeling its density like warm water around your awareness. It slows your drift even more. It steadies your breath. It makes every thought float slowly, lazily, peacefully. Below this layer, deeper clouds swirl slowly in deeper gold, a warm undercurrent beneath the pearl-like glow. Together, they create a soft gradient of light, pale above, warm below. You hover right in the middle of it, balanced, suspended, safe. Each moment here feels long. Each breath feels soft. Each thought feels light. You continue drifting downward. The mist becomes slightly darker, a deeper golden glow like honey warmed by the sun. This is the region where sunlight scatters intensely before losing itself in the deeper layers. It is warm. It is comforting. It is peaceful. Imagine drifting into this honey-colored atmosphere. Imagine it warming your chest. Imagine it smoothing the last remnants of tension from your shoulders. The air feels thick here, supportive. It presses gently around you, like soft hands holding you in place. Not restraining you, just keeping you steady, keeping you safe. The clouds roll gently beneath you. Broad waves of mist, moving like a slow-motion ocean. Their crests rise and fall in lazy arcs. Their shadows blend smoothly into golden light. You drift just above one of these cloud waves, following its curve, riding its slow rise, sinking with its slow fall. Your breath mirrors the motion. In with the rise, out with the fall. Higher above, the sun glows through the thick haze. Its light softens into pale gold. Its edges blur completely. It becomes a glowing disk without sharpness or intensity. A warm presence rather than a source of heat. This light feels kind, like a quiet guide, a gentle lantern in endless mist. Below you, deeper layers grow darker and more muted. But from here, they look soft, like shadowed silk, like warm ribbons drifting slowly in a golden sea. You float through the middle clouds, where everything is calm and balanced. Not too bright, not too dim, not too warm, not too cool. A perfect equilibrium for rest. The thick Venusian atmosphere absorbs sound completely. Even the soft hum of wind becomes muted, almost silent. What remains is a deep, velvety hush. A silence so complete that it feels like a blanket of quiet wrapped around your ears. Let that silence fill you. Let it quiet your inner voice. Let it slow the pace of your thoughts. Let it guide you deeper, deeper, deeper into calm. You drift forward again. The winds carry you like a slow, smooth current. Clouds glide beneath you in gentle ribbons of mist. Golden light filters through each layer, softening everything it touches. Your breath becomes long, heavy, deep. Your body floats effortlessly. Your mind dissolves like vapor into the warmth. Ahead, the atmosphere becomes more translucent again. The glow shifts to deeper amber. The colors warm into soft honey and muted gold. You are drifting into the heart of Venus high clouds, a calm, glowing ocean of mist, a perfect cradle for rest. The air around you feels thicker with quiet. The light around you feels warmer with softness. The motion beneath you feels slower with peace. You drift in this golden dream, floating effortlessly, breathing slowly, resting deeply. The world far below remains hidden. The storms, the pressure, the heat, all distant now, all muffled by endless layers of calm cloud. Up here, only the golden mist matters. Only the quiet drift matters. Only the slow, gentle breath of Venus sky matters. You drift, floating, resting, wrapped in the warm glow of a world forever bathed in golden light. And with each moment, you sink deeper into ease, deeper into safety, deeper into peaceful, cloud-wrapped rest. Part 3, floating through the golden skies and the gentle super-rotation. As you drift deeper into Venus' upper cloud deck, the golden mist settles more smoothly around your body. The air feels thick, steady, and warm, a gentle cradle made of glowing vapor. Above you, the sunlight becomes a pale, blurred disk. Below you, deeper clouds swirl in slow spirals of amber. Around you, the winds move like a vast, soft river, not rushing, not pushing, just flowing. These winds form the famous super-rotation of Venus' atmosphere. They circle the entire planet in just a few Earth days, even though the solid surface rotates incredibly slowly. But here, in this serene high altitude, you do not feel haste. You feel only smoothness, a continuous, weightless drift, a gentle, planetary exhale. You float with this exhale. Your breath matches it naturally. Long, soft, slow. The clouds above cast broad sheets of pale light downward. These sheets shimmer through the mist like soft curtains made of sunshine. They shift as you drift, creating warm patterns across your awareness. Imagine those patterns now. Golden ripples sliding across your thoughts. Soft beams of light smoothing the edges of your mind. Warm waves easing you deeper into rest. The atmosphere thickens slightly as you descend a little more, but it remains gentle at this level. A warm, pressurized cushion that supports every part of your drifting form. Below, the clouds develop more texture. They roll in slow arcs. They swirl in vast, circular motion. Patterns shaped by heat rising from far below and sunlight filtering from far above. These motions resemble the slow stirring of a calm, creamy ocean. You drift just above these swirling forms. Each rotation feels soft. Each spiral feels soothing. Each curved band of mist feels like a lullaby written in air. This is the region where Venus' atmosphere becomes most visually comforting. Warm gold at the top. Deeper, amber in the middle. Soft umber below. A layered world of color and calm. Your breath begins to follow the layers. Inhale the lighter gold. Exhale into the deeper amber. Inhale into brightness. Exhale into shadowed mist. Line 4. As you breathe, your awareness floats further outward. Your limbs feel light. Your chest feels warm. Your mind feels unburdened. The silence becomes thicker, more complete. The air absorbs sound so completely that even your own thoughts feel quieter, as if the clouds themselves have softened every inner echo. You drift through this quiet, warm density, a silence so deep it feels like velvet resting against your ears. Far below, faint electrical flashes pulse again. But up here, they are only distant glows. Soft amber flickers rising through layers of mist. Calm, rhythmic, barely noticeable. You drift through these pulses, letting each one slow you even more. Each subtle flash feels like a gentle tap on the inside of your mind, a reminder to release, to loosen, to sink. The wind carries you without effort. You do not guide yourself. The atmosphere guides you. It lifts you. It supports you. It slows your descent into deeper calm. Imagine lying on a warm raft, drifting along a smooth river at dusk. Now imagine that raft floating not on water, but on golden cloud. Feel the world beneath you. Feel the sky hold you like a warm blanket. You drift past a region of brighter mist. Sunlight concentrates here just enough to create a soft halo. The halo moves with the winds. It wraps around you briefly. A warm glow hugging your awareness. A golden embrace. Gentle, soothing, comforting. As it passes, you feel lighter, as if the halo lifted a little weight from your thoughts, a little tension from your breath. You glide lower into the cloud deck. At this altitude, temperatures are similar to Earth's surface. Mild, neutral, comfortable. The light becomes deeper, more amber than gold, like warm candlelight diffused through layers of silk. This gentle amber glow envelops you. It rests softly on your shoulders. It warms your chest. It flows around you like a slow, glowing tide. The clouds here move in wider spirals. Their curves stretch for hundreds of kilometers. But from your perspective, they look like slow, broad strokes of a giant brush painting in mist. You drift above these strokes, watching them shift gently, their motion soothing your eyes, their rhythm guiding your breath. In this region, Venus' upper atmosphere forms waves, smooth, rolling waves, like the surface of a soft ocean. These waves move slowly, gracefully. You float above one now. It rises beneath you, then sinks. A calm, planetary heartbeat. Up, down, up, down. Your breath matches it perfectly. Inhale with the rise. Exhale with the fall. A perfect synchrony. A perfect rhythm. A perfect lullaby. You continue drifting. The golden mist thickens again. Not heavy. Not dark. Just warm and full. A dense glow that surrounds you with comfort. This region feels like the inside of a softly lit room. Quiet, warm, enclosed, safe. Your body feels heavier in a comforting way. Your breath falls into deeper waves. Your thoughts drift apart like clouds themselves. Loose, soft, unanchored, you glide through a broad field of swirling patterns. They look like spirals of soft light, each spiral turning slowly, calmly, endlessly. These spirals feel like guides, quiet guardians of the cloud sea. Each one invites you deeper. Each one softens you further. Each one moves your awareness into quieter and quieter spaces. Your drift becomes slower, more peaceful, more dreamlike. The atmosphere cradles you completely now. Warm mist around you, soft light above you, golden waves below you. Everything moves gently. Everything feels timeless. Everything draws you deeper toward rest. You inhale. Warmth fills your chest. You exhale. Mist fills the space around you. The deeper you go, the more the world becomes glow and softness. The sharper details dissolve. The edges blur. The colors melt into one another. You feel your awareness floating in this golden dream, carried by the winds, held by the haze, quieted by endless layers of cloud. Every moment draws you deeper. Every breath settles you further. Every drifting motion eases you more completely. You are floating through Venus' golden atmosphere, suspended in warmth, wrapped in mist, carried in infinite calm. Part 4. The quiet glow of the middle clouds and the warm descent into serenity. As you continue drifting deeper into Venus' golden cloud ocean, the light around you softens into a deeper, more velvety amber. It is warmer here, thicker, fuller, as though the atmosphere itself is gently embracing you. The clouds shift into slow, broad currents. They move like a tranquil river made of glowing mist. Each current bends around you in smooth arcs. Each arc invites you further inward, deeper into the quiet heart of Venus' sky. The winds remain steady, not sharp, not forceful, just a constant, a flowing motion, a soft push that carries you effortlessly. You drift with these winds, letting your body feel weightless, letting your breath stretch into long, quiet waves, letting your thoughts dissolve into golden haze. The deeper you go, the more muted the sunlight becomes. What was once bright gold becomes deeper honey, then warm amber, then soft, glowing bronze. The colors blend seamlessly, wrapping you in a layered cocoon of warm light. This cocoon feels safe. It feels timeless. It feels like a cradle of warmth floating between worlds. You glide through a region where the clouds form gentle, curling shapes, These curls resemble slow spirals rising from below like soft plumes. They move in unison, forming broad, swirling pathways of light. You drift along one of these pathways, a glowing ribbon guiding you downward. Its curve is smooth. Its motion is calm. Its color is warm enough to settle the deepest parts of your mind. Below you, the clouds thicken further. Their texture becomes softer, pillowy, almost cotton-like in appearance. Not harsh, not dense, just full and warm, like drifting above a glowing sea of gentle waves. Imagine placing your hand on these clouds. Imagine the warmth rising toward your skin. Imagine the softness supporting your weight like a warm cushion. The atmosphere becomes noticeably denser here, but the pressure does not frighten. It comforts. It envelopes you like a thick, warm blanket, the kind you sink into, the kind that makes your breath slow automatically, the kind that makes your muscles soften. The clouds around you dim slightly, not dark, just muted, a soft deepening of the golden glow, as though you are entering the quiet interior of a candle's flame. The warmth in this region feels therapeutic. It smooths the space behind your eyes. It loosens your jaw. It melts the heaviness in your shoulders. Your breath drops effortlessly into a slower rhythm. Inhale gently. Warm golden air fills your chest. Exhale softly. Your awareness sinks deeper into the mist. You drift past a region where faint waves ripple across the atmosphere. These waves are caused by gentle thermal motion, heat rising from deeper layers and interacting with cool air above. But here, they look like soft ripples of honey-colored silk. Slow, flowing, reassuring. The waves invite you to sway with them. Let your body float with each gentle rise. Let your breath fall with each soft dip. No effort, no control. Just drifting with the natural rhythm of Venus sky. As you continue downward, the clouds become more voluminous. Their edges blur. Their shapes melt into one another. Everything becomes soft and blended. Nothing feels separate. Nothing feels sharp. Everything flows. You drift between two thick layers now. The upper layer glows with muted gold. The lower layer glows with warm amber. You float in the quiet space between them, a tranquil corridor of haze. Here, the light is gentle. The silence is deep. The movement is slow. This corridor feels like a sanctuary, a pause in the vast cloud sea on form, a resting place for drifting thoughts. You stay here for a while, letting the stillness settle into your mind, breathing slowly, breathing deeply, breathing calmly. As you continue drifting, the golden haze thickens once more. It feels like entering a dream within a dream. The edges of the world soften. The boundaries of your thoughts dissolve. The winds at this level circle the planet in seamless motion. Their flow is continuous. Their rhythm is ancient. Their pace is calm. You allow the super-rotation to carry you. Not quickly, not forcefully, just smoothly, as though floating on the slow turn of a warm, glowing globe. Far below, faint rumblings of deeper cloud layers hint at the extreme world beneath. But here, they lose their power. they become gentle vibrations, soft pulses barely noticeable through the thick cushioning of mist. These distant vibrations feel like a slow heartbeat, a deep, steady pulse beneath the warm layers, a rhythm that syncs with your own breath. Inhale, golden mist rises. Exhale, amber shadow settles. Above you, sunlight filters down, trembling beams. Each beam glows like liquid gold. They move with the wind, bending gently across the mist. These beams feel like warm hands brushing across your awareness, each one smoothing another layer of tension, each one guiding you deeper, deeper, deeper into calm. You drift through one of these beams. As you pass through it, a soft warmth settles over your back. It feels like stepping into a warm bath. It feels like sinking into a heated blanket. It feels like comfort made of light. The mist around you grows thicker again. But now, it feels like protection. A glowing cocoon holding your drifting body. A golden cradle suspended in the air. Your breathing becomes slower still. Each inhale draws in warmth. Each exhale releases into silence. The clouds beneath you swirl in slow, graceful patterns. Their movement is hypnotic. Their forms soothing. Their glow calming. You drift lower, your mind sinking deeper into serenity. Your thoughts now feel distant, tiny shapes floating far above you. Your body feels weightless, held by the warm, dense air. The silence becomes total. Not the silence of emptiness, but the silence of deep, comforting embrace. A silence that quiets the body, the mind, the breath, the world. You drift, calm, warm, wrapped in an endless ocean of golden clouds. And with each moment, you fall deeper into rest, deeper into softness, deeper into Venus warm, glowing quiet. Part 5, the warm embrace of the deep amber clouds and the slow descent into stillness. As you continue drifting downward through the Venusian sky, the atmosphere around you thickens into a deeper, softer amber. The light changes gently, shifting from pale honey into a warm, bronzed glow. This part of the cloud sea feels richer, fuller, almost like drifting through a warm, luminous ocean. The mist presses around you with gentle density, not heavy, not restrictive, just close, comforting, like being wrapped inside a glowing blanket that adapts perfectly to your shape. You inhale slowly. The warmth fills your chest. You exhale softly. Your body sinks deeper into the golden haze. Below you, the clouds move in wider, slower spirals. Their forms stretch across the horizon like enormous, glowing waves. Each wave rises in smooth arcs, then falls in long, gentle curves. These movements create a slow-motion dance across the sky. You drift above this dance, feeling its rhythm settle into your breath. Rise, fall, rise, fall. This gentle wave-like cycle guides your mind into deeper quiet. Thoughts float away like tiny droplets carried by warm, steady currents. Memories loosen their edges. Your awareness expands, then softens into calm. The winds at this depth feel even gentler. Though the atmosphere moves quickly around the planet, the density makes the motion smooth, like floating in thick, warm water. Every movement becomes slow. Every shift becomes soft. Every sensation becomes deep. You drift through a region where the clouds thicken into broad, glowing sheets. These sheets stretch across the sky like layers of warm silk. Their color deepens into rich amber. Their edges glow with muted gold. You pass between two of these sheets. The space feels narrow and cozy. It's like sinking between two warm blankets. Golden light above, amber shadow below. You float in the middle, supported, held, clam. Your breathing slows even further. Each inhale becomes a soft expansion. Each exhale becomes a long, warm drift. As you sink deeper, the light dims just slightly. Not darkness, just softer, like the dimming glow of a lantern wrapped in cloth. Enough to calm your mind, enough to quiet your inner voice, enough to guide you into deeper rest. You drift toward a wide region of cloud ridges. These ridges rise and curve like rolling hills made of soft, glowing mist. Their movement is slow and graceful. Their forms endless. You float along the crest of one of these cloud hills. It lifts you gently. It lowers you softly. The motion is subtle, but deeply soothing. Your breath follows it naturally. In with the rise, out with the fall. The deeper atmosphere absorbs nearly all sound. Only a soft hum remains. A quiet vibration created by distant winds moving through dense air. It feels like the low, warm resonance of a deep instrument played far away. This hum seems to echo inside your chest. Slow, rhythmic, comforting. Imagine that hum spreading through your body, loosening your muscles, softening your thoughts, filling your limbs with warmth. You drift further downward, allowing the cloud sea to cradle you more completely. The glow deepens into a richer amber. Clouds thicken into soft, illuminated shapes. Everything feels warm and slow and safe. Below you, faint pulses of deeper atmospheric waves rise upward. They move like slow ripples through thick water, pushing warm air upward in gentle swells. You feel these swells lift you slightly, then lower you, over and over. A cosmic rocking motion. These swells become the rhythm of your breath. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. Your body relaxes completely. Your arms feel heavy, yet weightless. Your legs soften into the haze. Your mind dissolves like mist into golden calm. Cloud particles drift slowly through the air. They shimmer faintly as filtered sunlight touches them. Tiny specks of light moving like slow, glowing dust in warm water. These drifting glimmers calm your eyes. Soften your gaze. Invite your awareness to quiet, to drift, to rest. You move through a region where the clouds form long, braided structures. These braids look like woven strands of amber mist stretching across the sky. Their patterns are natural, ancient, formed by the interplay of heat rising from below and cool currents falling from above. You drift between these warm braids, each strand guiding you downward. each movement smoothing your breath, each curve calming your heart. You feel the thick air pressing gently around you like warm hands, holding, supporting, cradling. A deeper warmth now rises from below. Not hot, not harsh, just warm enough to massage your awareness. Warm enough to lull you deeper into stillness. The clouds at this level glow, with deeper tones, burnished gold, soft copper, gentle bronze. The light is warm and low, like the final moments before sunset. This light quiets your mind even more. It smooths your thoughts into broad, gentle shapes. It softens the edges of your breath. It melts tension from your chest. You drift slowly into a dense pocket of golden haze. The world around you dims to a warm, muted glow. The cloud saturates your senses with comfort. You feel enveloped. You feel safe. You feel deeply, deeply calm. The winds here move like slow tides, pushing gently, pulling softly. No abrupt motion, no sharp edges, only warm, slow current. Let that current hold you. Let it guide your breath. Let it ease your thoughts. Let it carry you deeper into rest. You drift into another long corridor of haze. This one darker, warmer, quieter. The silence feels complete. The kind of silence that lets your entire body sink into itself. The kind of silence that invites sleep. Your awareness floats at the edge of dreaming. Your breath becomes soft and far away. Your body feels warm, heavy, and safe. You drift through Venus amber clouds, wrapped in warmth, held in softness, carried by golden mist, and with each passing moment, you fall deeper into calm, into quiet, into rest. Part 6. The deep, amber tides of the cloud ocean and the descent into planetary tranquility. Luminous heart of Venus atmosphere. The light softens even more. It becomes a muted glow, as though the entire sky is lit from within by a warm, distant ember. This glow feels calm. It feels ancient. It feels like a place where sound, movement, and time have all slowed. Golden exhale. You sink deeper into the cloud sea. The winds carry you like a slow tide of warm mist. Each motion is steady, predictable, comforting. Below you, the clouds form enormous billows, vast, rolling bulges of vapor shaped by ancient cycles of heat rising from Venus' hidden surface. These billows move in slow swells, rising like sleepy breaths, falling like deep sighs. You drift above them, letting their rhythm carry you effortlessly. Inhale with their rise, exhale with their fall. A perfect planetary lullaby. The deeper atmosphere absorbs nearly all the sunlight. Only filtered tones remain warm bronze, soft gold, muted honey. These tones melt together, painting the cloud layers with gentle gradients of quiet warmth. This muted palette calms your inner vision. It softens the activity in your mind. It draws your awareness inward, toward deeper rest. You drift through a region where the clouds become thicker and more textured. They swirl slowly, forming gentle spirals that expand and dissolve like warm smoke rising in slow motion. These spirals are subtle, barely shifting, barely moving, just quiet patterns drifting in an endless mist. Watching them feels like watching thoughts drift away. One spiral dissolves, another forms, each softer than the last, each farther away. Your breath deepens. Your limbs feel heavy and warm. Your mind floats between thoughts, like a balloon drifting between gentle currents. A faint hum rises through the dense atmosphere. Not loud, not sharp, just a low, warm resonance echoing from the deeper layers. This hum is created by pressure waves rising from far below. But here, softened by kilometers of cloud, the sound becomes gentle, balmy, almost musical. Let this hum vibrate softly through your chest. Let it settle the space behind your ribs. Let it anchor your breath in deep tranquility. You drift into a wider pocket of golden haze. This pocket feels insulating, silencing, like stepping into a dim room filled with warm air. The world outside becomes distant, faded, quiet. The winds slow even more. Their motion becomes the calmest you've felt so far. A smooth, continuous drift, no edges, no interruptions. Just warm, gentle movement. Below you, deeper cloud waves roll across the horizon. Their forms stretch endlessly. Smooth, pillowy, soft. They resemble mountains of mist, valleys of vapor, an entire landscape made of warm light and slow motion. You drift above this landscape. You feel the warmth rising from it like a soft, comforting breath. You feel the pressure increase slightly, but in a way that relaxes your body even more. The dense air supports every part of you. It feels like floating in a warm, weightless ocean. Your breath harmonizes with this ocean. In, slow, out, slow. Every inhale feels like warm mist filling your chest. Every exhale feels like letting go of another layer of tension. You continue drifting downward. Not quickly, not forcefully, just smoothly. As though gravity itself has softened into a gentle pull. The cloud layers become darker, amber. The light becomes deeper, richer, more soothing. It feels like entering the quiet center of a glowing lantern. Warm, hushed, timeless. Your body feels even heavier now, not weighed down, but deeply relaxed. Your arms soften, your legs loosen, your hands fall open. Your mind sinks into the haze. Thoughts slow. Words fade. Only sensation remains. You drift through a region where occasional lightning flickers far, far below. But up here, the flashes are muted. They glow softly like distant pulses of warm gold. Each pulse appears briefly, then dissolves into mist. They feel like calming signals sent from the planet's deeper heart. These pulses match your heartbeat. Slow, steady, soft. You drift further. The clouds form towering structures, immense. Slow rising columns of glowing vapor. But even their size does not disturb the calm. Their edges are rounded. Their motion gentle. Their presence soothing. You float between two of these towering columns. Their glowing sides curve upward like walls of warm light. You drift in the corridor between them. Safe, supported, sheltered by golden mist. The atmosphere around you becomes a soft cradle, a glowing womb of warmth and silence. Every movement becomes effortless. Every breath becomes deep. Every thought becomes distant. The winds turn into slow, circular flows. These flows guide you deeper into comfort. They feel like soft, warm currents pulling you into the center of a dream. You drift into their embrace. The world melts even further. Your awareness floats free of the body. Your breath becomes the only thing you feel, and even that is soft and faint. Below you, the clouds deepen into copper-toned haze. Above you, the golden layers glow faintly. Around you, everything hums with warm, quiet. This is the middle sanctuary of Venus Cloud Sea, a region of perfect warmth, perfect density, perfect stillness. Here, the world feels distant. Your thoughts feel far away. Your breath feels ancient and slow. You float, held by golden mist, wrapped in amber silence, carried by warm, steady winds. Nothing pushes you. Nothing demands from you. Nothing interrupts you. You exist only in calm, only in warmth, only in deep, endless drift. And with each slow minute, you sink deeper into peace, into softness, into quiet, into the glowing heart of the Venusian clouds. Part 7. Wandering through the bronze haze and the deep rhythms of the Venusian sky, you drift further into the amber heart of Venus clouds, and the light around you deepens into rich bronze. The glow is warm and low, like the faint radiance of an ember hidden beneath soft layers of ash. It fills the atmosphere with a calm, muted brightness. It invites your thoughts to grow still. It invites your breath to slow into silence. The mist thickens once more. It presses gently on your body from every direction. Not heavy, not tight, just supportive, like sinking into a warm, weighty blanket. This gentle pressure calms your muscles. It slows your pulse. It allows your entire body to release into deep, effortless rest. Below you, deeper swells of cloud rise and fall in slow rhythms. Their edges blur into the haze. Their movement is barely noticeable. Slow expansion, followed by an even slower collapse. These swells resemble breathing, planetary breathing, ancient, calm, cyclic. You sync with that rhythm almost without trying. Inhale as the swell rises. Exhale as it falls. A perfect mirror, a perfect alignment. You drift into a denser region of the clouds where the wind becomes a slow spiral. You can feel its gentle pull, a warm, circular current guiding you downward in wide loops. Each loop is smooth. Each turn is soft. Each motion draws you deeper into quiet. Your awareness begins to drift more freely. It floats outward from your body, merging with the golden haze. Thoughts become soft textures. Memories become gentle shapes. Everything loosens. Everything expands. you glide through a corridor of mist where the amber glow fades into soft copper. The light becomes richer here, more textured. It looks like diffused sunset trapped inside warm fog. This copper haze feels soothing. It settles over your skin like warm sand. It fills the air with a muted hush. The silence grows thicker, more complete. It feels like the world has been wrapped in warm cloth. Even your breath sounds distant now. Soft, slow, barely there. You drift past a region of faint atmospheric vibrations. These vibrations are pressure waves, rising slowly from deeper layers. But here, cushioned by kilometers of cloud, they become gentle tremors, calm, consistent, comforting. Each tremor passes softly through the warm haze. Each one relaxes a deeper part of your mind. Each one loosens another layer of thought. The mist grows thicker still. It forms slow, towering shapes, vast bronze pillars of vapor, rising and dissolving in continuous slow motion. You drift between these pillars. Their walls glow with soft amber light. Their tops fade into mist. Their bases disappear into deeper shadow. It feels like gliding through the nave of a vast, ancient cathedral made entirely of cloud. Silent, sacred, timeless. The space between these pillars narrows, then widens again. Each narrowing feels like a gentle embrace. Each widening feels like soft release. This alternating rhythm cradles your awareness. It lulls your thoughts into deeper waves of calm. You drift lower. The air becomes warmer. The glow becomes softer. The silence becomes absolute. This is one of the quietest places in the entire solar system. The thick atmosphere absorbs almost everything. Sound, shock, movement. Even the faintest vibration becomes muted into warmth. Let that quiet fill you. Let it sweep away every remaining strain. Let it guide you deeper into rest. Below, the clouds form wide, smooth plains of warm bronze mist. These plains stretch endlessly in every direction. Soft, flat, uniform. You hover above one of these plains. It feels like floating above a calm, warm ocean at twilight. The surface glows faintly. It moves in slow, almost imperceptible waves. It hums with quiet heat. Each wave touches your consciousness like a warm hand, a soft reassurance, a quiet reminder that you are safe, that you are held, that you can let go. You drift lower still. The mist becomes thicker than anywhere before. The air grows warmer. The glow deepens into a muted copper gold. Your breath matches the heaviness of this layer. Slow, deep, weighted. It feels like sinking into a bath of warm, glowing air. Your limbs become softer. Your thoughts dissolve like vapor. Your body no longer feels separate from the cloud. You become part of the mist, part of the glow, part of the slow, planetary rhythm. You glide through another region where faint electrical pulses drift upward. But at this altitude, they are soft, amber flickers, brief glows that fade into warm mist. They appear like tiny lanterns lighting your descent. Each flicker softens your awareness. Each glow dims your thoughts further. Each pulse brings you deeper into quiet. The flow of wind becomes even slower, barely moving now. Just a lazy drift of warm air guiding you through the haze. Your breathing nearly matches the wind. Gentle, unaffected, floating. Below, muted shapes fade in and out of view. Slow, rounded formations of dense mist. They rise like warm clouds of liquid light. They fall like gentle, glowing tides. You hover above one of these tides. Its warmth touches your awareness like calm invitation. You sink into its rhythm, rising, falling, drifting. The deeper you go, the richer the glow becomes. More copper, more bronze, more muted gold. A palette designed for rest, for sleep, for stillness. The pressure around you feels steady and comforting, like warm hands around your body, like the weight of a heavy blanket on a cool night. Your mind relaxes completely. Your breath becomes faint. Your body feels distant. You drift, held, carried, forgotten by gravity, absorbed by warmth, wrapped in thick, luminous silence. Nothing below startles you. Nothing above distracts you. Nothing within keeps you awake. This is deep Venusian calm. Warm, endless, soft as sleep. And you continue drifting deeper into the golden haze, deeper into the warm, bronze, quiet, deeper into the slow, rhythmic breath of a cloud-wrapped world. Part 8, the deep bronze glow and the quiet drift toward the hidden layers of Venus. As you drift deeper through Venus, warm cloud layers, the bronze haze thickens into something richer. It glows like the inside of a softly heated ember. Muted, calm, deep. The air grows warmer, but in a comforting way, like stepping into a gently heated room after a long, cold night. The warmth wraps around you slowly. It presses into your shoulders. It loosens your muscles. It softens your breath. You drift with almost no effort. The dense air holds you like water. Thick, supportive, safe. Below you, the clouds look different now. They spread out in wide, smooth layers, layers shaped by the planet's slow, deep heat. They pulse in gentle rhythms, long waves of bronze mist rolling outward in every direction. Each pulse rises, each pulse falls, a slow, ancient heartbeat beneath you. Your breathing merges with this rhythm without conscious thought. Inhale with the soft rise. Exhale with the smooth fall. A perfect match. A perfect surrender. The amber light here grows even dimmer. It feels like the last warm glow before night. Soft, low, comforting, but unlike night on Earth, the darkness here is warm. It carries heat. It carries softness. It carries quiet. The deeper air feels like a warm ocean suspended in the sky. You float weightlessly in it. No effort. No control needed. Only drift. You move into a region where the clouds form tall, rounded towers. These towers rise slowly, inhaling heat from below. Then they collapse softly, exhaling warmth into the surrounding haze. You drift between two of these warm columns. Their glow brushes against your body like gentle warmth radiating off smooth stone. Their slow motion pulls you into even deeper calm. Nothing rushes here. Nothing disturbs. Everything moves as though the entire atmosphere is caught in a long, peaceful dream. The densities grow stronger, but the pressure feels therapeutic, like weighted blankets placed gently over your whole body. Each layer adds a new level of softness, a deeper kind of rest. Light shifts again. What was once bronze becomes a deeper gold brown. Muted, low, almost velvety. This velvety glow absorbs tension. It softens your inner voice. It slows the restless parts of your mind. It brings your awareness into the warm present moment. You drift into a pocket of warm haze that swirls around you in slow ribbons. These ribbons fold and unfold like warm breath. They wrap around you softly, then unwind with gentle grace. You let them carry you. You let them guide your limbs into deeper stillness. You let them cradle your thoughts until they dissolve into haze. Every motion is slow. Every shift is soft. Every breath is warm. The thicker air feels like protection. It holds you gently. It quiets you. It makes the world around you disappear. You drift lower into an area where faint glimmers appear in the mist. They flicker softly, not bright lightning, but subtle pulses reflecting off dense pockets of vapor. Each glimmer is brief. Each glow fades slowly. They resemble fireflies drifting through warm fog. Calm, peaceful, silent. These tiny flashes feel like gentle touches of warmth. Each one brushes your awareness. Each one draws you deeper inward. A soft, low resonance rises from below. A warm hum that travels slowly through the thick air. This hum isn't loud. It's not unsettling. It's soothing. A deep, comforting vibration echoing through the haze. It spreads into your chest. It settles behind your ribcage. It fills your breath with quiet strength. You drift farther downward. The light dims into dark amber. The warmth grows slightly stronger. The mist becomes heavier, wrapping more tightly around you. You feel weightless inside it, supported completely, cradled by thick, warm air. Thoughts grow distant. Words lose form. Awareness becomes soft and wide. You drift into a deeper pocket of haze. Here, the air moves almost not at all. A slow, suspended atmosphere, like a room where time has paused. This stillness calms you more than anything before. It feels ancient, peaceful, complete. The clouds below shift slowly. A broad, rolling motion like warm tides rising from the darkness. Their rhythm calls to you. You drift toward their pulse. As you lower, the mist glows with deeper honeyed light. Filtered warmth rises like a faint exhale from the clouds beneath. It touches your skin softly. It settles onto your arms. It quiets your heartbeat. You drift so gently now that the movement feels imaginary, as though the planet itself is carrying you in its sleep. The atmosphere becomes a warm cradle. Every part of it invites rest. Every color invites calm. Every motion invites sleep. Your eyelids feel heavy. Your breath feels slow. Your awareness feels suspended. Below, the clouds form immense plates of thick, glowing vapor. These plates shift upward in slow, billowing forms. Their surfaces ripple like molten bronze. Their motion is hypnotic, soft, eternal. You drift just above one of these glowing formations. Its warmth rises gently, enveloping the lower half of your body. Its slow waves soothe your mind. Its glow illuminates your thoughts with soft amber light. The deeper atmosphere hums again, a long, low vibration, a planetary sigh, a sound that feels like it has existed for billions of years. You breathe into that sound. You let it move through you. You let it lull your awareness into deeper darkness. Up above, the mist grows thicker. The world becomes muted, blurred, soft. Below, the cloud surface becomes smoother. It stretches like an endless, warm ocean. You float just above it, a tiny shape held effortlessly by the densest, the warmest air you've encountered. Your breath slows again. Your chest rises like a cloud swell. Your body sinks like bronze mist. You drift through velvet air. You drift through warm pressure. You drift through ancient, quiet glow. Nothing disrupts. Nothing calls you back. Nothing reminds you of the world above. You are held in the deepest quiet of Venus Cloud Sea, wrapped in warmth, cradled in bronze light, guided by slow, timeless winds. And with each passing moment, you drift deeper into calm, into stillness, into the warm, glowing heart of sleep. Part 9. The quiet bronze depths and the slow drift toward the hidden twilight layers. As you drift deeper into the thick Venusian haze, the atmosphere becomes denser, warmer, and softer. The bronze glow fades into deeper, richer tones: dark honey, muted caramel, warm sepia. Each layer spreads gently across the sky. Each tone blends effortlessly into the next. The light here feels ancient. It is not bright. It is not sharp. It moves through the mist like a slow, glowing whisper. A whisper that has crossed millions of years. A whisper that carries warmth instead of words. A whisper that wraps around your drifting body. The air feels thick enough to hold you completely, like floating in warm syrup, like sinking into a dense, heated bath. It supports your weight effortlessly. It silences your mind. It turns every breath into a long, gentle release. Below you, vast sheets of cloud stretch outward like bronze plains. Their surfaces rise in slow tides, long, gentle curves that lift and lower the entire world beneath you. Each curve feels deliberate, soft, ancient. You hover just above these warm, glowing plains. The heat rising from them touches your awareness like a distant ember. A steady wave of comfort, a quietness that moves through your chest, a softness that spreads through your shoulders. You breathe slowly. You drift downward. You feel the dense air hugging closer around your body. The winds become slower here, much slower. The superrotation that races around the planet above has softened into a slow, warm drift, a gentle current that feels like the calmest breath a planet can offer. You glide inside that breath, letting your body sway, letting your thoughts stretch and dissolve into the haze. The deeper clouds begin to change shape. They are no longer spirals or rolling waves. Here, they become long, smooth canopies of mist, suspended layers that barely move at all. Layers shaped by intense pressure rising from the world below. You drift toward one of these canopies. Its surface glows with darkened amber light. Its texture is smooth, almost glass-like. You float just above it, supported by warm, rising air. The heat is steady, comforting. It touches your skin like a warm hand resting gently against your back. You inhale deeply. You exhale slowly. Your breath becomes the faintest ripple in the dense, glowing air. Above you, the bronze mist thickens. It closes over your body like soft velvet. The entire atmosphere becomes a vast cocoon, warm, still, safe. You drift deeper. The light dims further, settling into warm shades of brown gold. The colors remind you of candlelight seen through thick curtains. Soft, quiet, warm. You feel the planet's slow heartbeat in the air. A faint, rhythmic vibration. Barely there, but steady, calming, ancient. It echoes through the mist. It echoes through your chest. It slows your pulse. It guides your breath. You become part of that rhythm. Breathing with Venus. Resting with Venus. Drifting in the ancient warmth of Venus. A layer of deep, honey-colored cloud rises in front of you. It curls upward gently. Its form is rounded and soft, like warm steam rising from a calm pool. You drift over it. Its warmth grazes your awareness. Its glow lines the underside of the haze above. The entire world becomes a quiet mixture of warm tones: amber, bronze, caramel, gold. You glide through these colors. Their warmth soothes your mind. Their softness relaxes your muscles. Their dimness invites deeper rest. A soft pulse of faint lightning flickers far below. Not a burst, not a flash, just a muted, golden shimmer. It spreads through the mist like a gentle, glowing breath, then fades. Silently, you drift toward the region of this gentle shimmer. Its light fades into darker tones. Its warmth blends into the heavy air. Its motion becomes slow, weaving quietly through the haze. You feel the density increasing as you descend. The pressure presses softly against your body. It feels like the world is giving you a warm, reassuring hug, a gentle squeeze that tells you to let go, to drift, to rest. The deeper you go, the more muffled the universe becomes. Sound cannot travel well here. Movement is absorbed. Even the faintest vibrations feel distant, as if the entire planet is wrapped in layers of warm silence. The warm silence spreads into your mind. It quiets every thought. It softens every memory. It dims the entire world. You drift into a region where the clouds form rounded mounds. These mounds glow faintly from internal warmth. They rise and fall like slow hills of mist. You float above one. It lifts you gently, then lowers you softly. The motion is hypnotic. The warmth is calming. The silence is absolute. Your breath becomes heavier. Your limbs soften. Your mind drifts into half-dream. The air supports you completely. You no longer feel separate from it. You are floating in warm bronze air. You are drifting in the slow twilight of Venus. You are dissolving into haze. Below, the clouds shift again. Their color deepens into a rich brown gold. Their motion slows even more. They resemble rolling dunes of warm, glowing vapor. You drift above these dunes. Their heat rises gently. Their waves cradle your awareness. You close your inner eyes. You feel yourself being carried by ancient warmth, carried by dense air, carried by silence billions of years old. Above you, the haze thickens. Around you, the warmth deepens. Below you, the bronze clouds pulse like a slow heartbeat. And you float weightless, timeless, held in the deep, glowing quiet of Venus, twilight sky. Each breath draws you deeper. Each moment softens you more. Each drift carries you farther into the heart of sleep. Part 10. The quiet descent into the deep twilight clouds and the softening of the world below. The bronze twilight around you thickens into a deeper shade, a warm mixture of amber and shadow, glowing softly through the dense haze. The air feels heavier here, but in the most comforting way. It presses against your body like a warm, weighted blanket. A gentle, steady pressure that relaxes every muscle, that slows every breath, that closes the gap between waking and drifting. You descend a little more. The atmosphere hugs closer. The silence becomes deeper. Everything feels suspended, as if this part of Venus hovers outside the passage of time. Below, the clouds form massive, rounded shapes, slow domes of mist glowing with faint inner warmth. Their surfaces move in subtle pulses, a long rise, a long fall, like the quiet breathing of the planet itself. You drift above one of these domes. It lifts you gently. You feel your body lighten. Then it lowers you. You feel yourself sinking into the warm air. This rhythm becomes your rhythm. Inhale with the rise. Exhale with the fall. A perfect match. A perfect surrender. The light at this depth is faint, but never cold. It glows like warm embers hidden beneath layers of velvet. It softens your inner vision. It slows the motion inside your mind. It pulls you deeper into calm. You float through a corridor of mist where the air becomes almost syrup thick. Its density supports you completely. Your limbs feel weightless. Your body feels distant. Your thoughts dissolve at the edges like smoke drifting into warm fog. The world above is gone. The light of the sun cannot reach this far. Only muted. Internal glow remains soft, bronze, ancient. You drift forward without effort. The winds are barely noticeable now. Just a faint, slow current that nudges you along like a gentle push from a warm hand. Cloud structures shift around you. They form slow, curling shapes like molten glass being stretched in slow motion. The curls move upward, then outward. One, then dissolve into haze. Their motion is hypnotic. Their softness feels like a lullaby written in air. You drift through one of these curling pathways. It narrows slightly around you. The warm haze closes in. Then it widens again, letting you drift freely. This narrowing and widening creates a gentle cradle, a soft rocking that eases you deeper into quiet. As you descend further, the temperature rises slightly. Not harsh, not intense, just warm enough to melt away any remaining tension. Warm enough to soften your breath. Warm enough to quiet the restless parts of your mind. You drift into a region where faint, golden pulses drift upward from the deeper atmosphere. These pulses are remnants of electrical discharges far below. But through the thick haze, they appear soft, slow, warm like candlelight, shimmering beneath layers of cloth. Each pulse glows gently on the underside of the clouds above. Each glow reflects softly onto your drifting form. Each flicker relaxes you more deeply, more completely. You inhale the glow. You exhale into silence. The deeper winds push softly at your back now. A slow, warm current, barely moving, barely felt, but constant, reassuring. It guides you downward like a quiet hand on the shoulder. The cloud structures shift again, forming long, horizontal layers. These layers are thick and heavy, like stacked blankets of warm mist. They move in subtle waves, rising and falling in long intervals. You drift between two of them, a narrow, warm passageway. The air here is stiller than anywhere above. It hardly moves at all. It cradles you gently. It quiets your breathing. It makes time feel slow and soft. Your eyelids grow heavier. Your body loosens further. Your breath thins into a slow, warm sigh. You drift into an area where the haze shows deeper shades. Dark amber, soft brown, warm bronze, dissolving into near shadow. But even in this shadow, there is warmth. There is comfort. There is safety. The world around you feels like a dream of warmth and pressure, where everything is soft, where nothing rises sharply, where every curve of cloud carries you deeper. The deeper pressure wraps around your body. It presses into your arms, your stomach, your legs. But the pressure is soothing, like sinking into thick, heated water. It slows you. It steadies you. It tells your mind, let go. Below, the clouds shift once more. Their shapes become more uniform. Sheets of dense mist, glowing faintly from internal heat. These sheets move like soft, rolling tides beneath darkened waters. You hover above them. Their warmth rises into your body in slow, gentle waves. You sink into that warmth. You drift with those waves. You allow the atmosphere to carry you where it wants you to go. Above you, the haze softens into a dim bronze ceiling. Below you, the haze thickens into a warm bronze ocean. You float in the quiet space between, suspended, supported, safe. The air is so thick now that your breath feels like part of the atmosphere. A small ripple, warm sea. Your thoughts drift like mist. Your awareness melts into the world around you. A faint, vibrational hum moves upward from the deeper layers. This hum is slower here, heavier, more resonant. It spreads into your chest. It relaxes your spine. It dissolves tension behind your eyes. You drift in harmony with that hum. Your body grows softer. Your mind grows quieter. Your breath becomes nothing more than movement in warm air. You drift into a denser pocket of the haze. It wraps around you like velvet. It muffles the last remnants of waking thought. It slows the world into stillness. This is the deep twilight zone. Of Venus clouds a realm of warmth, thick air, soft pressure, and endless quiet. Here, the atmosphere holds you completely. Here, time loosens. Here, breath becomes dream. And as you drift, warm, weightless, and safe, you sink deeper into calm, deeper into stillness, deeper into the twilight glow of Venus' ancient sky. Part 11, the final drift into Venus' deep twilight sea. The air around you grows warmer as you drift deeper into the twilight layers of Venus. The bronze haze becomes darker, smoothing into deep honey gold that seems to glow from within. The warm light pulses faintly, as though the planet itself is breathing beneath the clouds. Each pulse is soft, slow, reassuring. You let your body drift freely through this warm, muted world. The air is so dense here that every movement feels slowed, smoothed, softened. Even your breath feels like it disperses into the haze as soon as it leaves your lungs. Below, the clouds have become thick, layered shelves of glowing vapor. These shelves move in the slowest waves you've felt, yet vast motions that rise and settle across minutes. Their rise gently pushes you upward. Their fall gently pulls you down. You float on these motions like a feather resting on warm tides. The warmth increases by a delicate degree, just enough to melt deeper tension, just enough to ease the smallest muscles, just enough to soften even the quiet parts of your breath. The silence here feels ancient, heavy, deep as a cave filled with warm, glowing mist. The world above feels distant. The universe feels quiet. Only this warm, drifting moment exists. The light around you dims into deep amber shadow, but the shadow is never cold. It's thick with heat that radiates upward through the cloud layers. This warmth wraps around your body like a heavy, heated blanket. You sink into it. Your body loosens further. Your breath slows again. The winds here are barely moving. They form only a soft, constant drift, a slow exhale of the planet that carries you gently through the haze. You do not control your drift. You do not need to. Venus holds you. Venus guides you. Cloud structures change again. They no longer rise into towers or roll in broad waves. They spread flat and wide, smooth fields of dense haze glowing faintly. As you descend, you skim just above one of these fields. Its surface shimmers like warm metal beneath dim light. Its warmth rises into your body in slow, soothing breaths. The pressure from the air presses gently on your skin. It is soft but constant, comforting, like warm water hugging you from all sides. This pressure slows everything: heart rate, breathing, thoughts. You drift deeper. The haze thickens again, it becomes almost opaque, swirling slowly around you like fog made of warm silk. This fog erases sharpness from the world. It turns everything into softness, motion, glow. You feel yourself drifting into a state between waking and dream. Your awareness loosens. Your body feels far away. Your breath feels like it comes from somewhere outside you. Far below, faint glimmers of deeper lightning illuminate the haze. But here, the flashes are muted to soft, amber flickers, barely visible, barely light, barely motion. They glow like embers stirring beneath thick blankets of warmth. Each glimmer dims your mind further. Each flicker settles you deeper. Each pulse calms your breath into deeper slowness. The deeper you go, the more still the air becomes. The winds soften into warm currents that barely move. The warmth increases slightly. The haze thickens into a muted glow. Your body sinks as though resting on a warm, cloud-like cushion. You drift through another warm corridor of haze. The air closes around you, softly. The world grows quiet beyond quiet. Your eyelids feel heavy, even if they are already closed. Your mind drifts like a tiny shape floating inside a vast ocean of amber. You inhale warmth. You exhale into velvet darkness. Everything becomes slow. Everything becomes thick. Everything becomes soft. You glide lower still, into a region where the clouds glow with a deep, bronze-brown radiance. This glow is rich and heavy, like the color of warm earth in late evening. It fills the haze around you with ancient calm. The heat rising from below now feels steady and deep. It doesn't overwhelm. It doesn't rush. It simply surrounds you, like warm air in a quiet room. You feel the warmth settle into your muscles. You feel it ease the slow rhythm of your pulse. You drift through a wide open space in the haze, a warm chamber formed naturally by the patterns of rising heat. This chamber feels like a resting place, a sanctuary, a pause in the vast motion of Venus' atmosphere. You float there for a long moment, suspended in bronze twilight, wrapped in gentle heat, held in thick, soft silence. Every part of your body relaxes. Your hands, your shoulders, your jaw, your stomach, your legs. Your breath becomes long and smooth, barely more than a whisper. You drift deeper into the chamber of warm haze. The light dims into honeyed shadow. The warmth softens into a slow pulse. The world narrows into the quiet glow around you. Outside this chamber, the deeper clouds swell and collapse like slow lungs. Their motion reaches you only as faint rhythm, a quiet rise, a quiet fall. Your breath synchronizes with it. Your thoughts fade into it. Your awareness merges with it. You become part of the deep twilight of Venus' sky, part of the warm mist, part of the ancient, slow-moving atmosphere. As you drift, the haze thickens into almost complete darkness. A soft, glowing dark, the kind that comforts rather than hides. A darkness filled with warmth and pressure and quiet. You feel yourself sinking into it. You feel your mind dimming gently. You feel sleep pressing softly against your thoughts. You drift in silence. You drift in warmth. You drift in deep, amber shadow. And as Venus clouds rise and fall around you, as the ancient warmth of the planet cradles you from all sides, your breath becomes the calmest it has ever been. Your mind floats like a quiet ember. Your body melts into the haze. This is the deepest calm of Venus' twilight ocean, a place where warmth holds you, darkness soothes you, and the slow breath of a planet carries you gently into sleep. Part 12. The descent into the deep bronze, shadows, and the slow drift toward Venus. Silent underlayers. The bronze darkness around you thickens, smoothing itself into deep, honeyed shades that glow with the faintest inner warmth. Every pulse of light moves slowly through the haze, like ripples of molten gold drifting upward from the hidden depths. These pulses are soft, dim, comforting. They glow for a moment, then dissolve into warm, velvet shadow. You float through this gentle twilight, letting the air carry your weight as though you are part of the mist itself. The deeper you go, the warmer the atmosphere becomes, not hot, not harsh, but steady and calm, like resting beside a warm stone at night. The air presses gently around your body, a soft, uniform pressure. It holds every inch of your skin, supports every muscle, quietly telling you, you can let go. With each slow drift downward, the world becomes more muted, more distant, more dreamlike. The clouds below you are immense here, wide fields of dense haze stretching out endlessly. Their surfaces glow with faint bronze radiance. They rise slowly, as if breathing heavy breaths. They fall gently, as if exhaling warmth into the thick air. You drift over these clouds, tracing their slow undulations. Each rise lifts your awareness. Each fall softens your breath. A perfect rhythm, a perfect lullaby. The atmosphere becomes so dense that sound cannot travel far. The silence is thick, velvety, weighted. It rests on your ears like a warm cloth. It settles into your chest like a gentle stone. It quiets every thought. Above, the layers of haze blur into darker tones. Below, the cloud surface gleams faintly like burnished copper beneath dim light. You float in the space between, suspended, weightless, safe. A faint hum rises again from the deeper layers. Slow, ancient, steady. It vibrates through the warm air, touching the underside of the cloud above you. The hum is soft enough to feel, rather than hear. A deep, planetary whisper moving through the twilight. You let that vibration soak into your body. It eases your spine. It softens your jaw. It melts the tension behind your eyes. You drift downward. The haze thickens until it feels like warm silk brushing against your arms. The shadows deepen into soft brown gold. No edges, no corners, just smooth, quiet blend. Cloud formations shift again. They become long, slow-moving waves, broad crests rising, valleys dipping, each motion taking minutes. You drift into one of these valleys. The warmth increases slightly. The pressure deepens, folding gently around your body like a weighted embrace. Your eyelids soften. Your awareness loosens. You feel yourself drifting into a deeper layer of dreaming. A faint flicker glows beneath the clouds. Not bright, not sudden, just a slow spreading pulse, like light passing behind heavy curtains. This pulse moves through the haze and fades into silence. You breathe with that pulse. Your chest rises softly. Your chest falls slowly. You drift lower into a warm pocket of heavy mist. This pocket feels still, so still, that even your smallest breath feels like it lingers in the air. The haze wraps gently around your face. It fills the world with deep, muted gold. Your mind drifts farther into rest. The deeper atmosphere presses in slightly more. Warm pressure that feels like sinking into heated water. The weight is comforting. The density is soothing. Your limbs relax further. Your breath settles into a heavy rhythm. You drift downward. The world dims into amber shadow. Below, the clouds glow with deeper radiance, a color between gold and darkness. This is the deep twilight zone, a place where wind moves slow enough to feel like memory, a place where heat rises in long, soft waves, a place where every motion, every shift, every breath is slow, heavy, calm. You drift through a narrow corridor in the haze. The clouds close around you like warm curtains. The world softens into a single, quiet glow. Your awareness floats freely. Your body drifts without weight. Slowly, the corridor widens again. You enter a broad chamber of deep amber air. The temperature rises just a little more. The silence deepens another layer. The haze glows with a soft pulse, like a slow heartbeat. You float within that heartbeat. Inhale softly. Exhale deeply. Inhale warmth. Exhale into shadow. The world is so still here, so quiet, so warm, that you feel as though the atmosphere itself is holding you. Nothing above calls you back. Nothing below pulls you further. You are suspended in perfect calm, perfect pressure, perfect warmth. The haze drifts across your skin like warm velvet. Your muscles melt into the dense air. Your pulse slows to match the planet's slow, ancient rhythm. You drift. You breathe. You soften. You sink deeper. The light dims into soft bronze shadow. The warmth rises from below in gentle waves. You float through the thickest part of Venus' twilight sea. The atmosphere protects you. It holds you close. It carries you quietly, softly, deeper into stillness, deeper into warmth, deeper into the quiet heart of Venus' deepest clouds. Part 13. The warm silence of Venus, hidden twilight sea, and the final drift into weightless rest. The deeper you drift, the more the world slows around you. Every motion becomes stretched. Every glow becomes softer. Every breath turns into a long wave moving through warm, heavy air. You are now floating in the deepest twilight of Venus, upper mantle of cloud, a region of dense, comforting haze that rarely shifts, rarely moves, rarely changes. It is a place of warm stillness, a place of ancient silence. The air presses around you with gentle, uniform pressure. It feels like being wrapped in soft, heated fabric. The warmth holds you close. The weight supports you fully. Your limbs soften into the haze. your thoughts loosen into shadow. Below you, the clouds form an endless plain of warm, glowing bronze. This plane moves only in the slowest tides, barely rising, barely falling. Its motion is so subtle that your breath syncs with it without effort. Slow inhale with the faint rise. Long exhale with the gentle fall. Above you, the haze thickens into muted gold-brown darkness. It spreads slowly across the sky like velvet brushed by a warm light. The air grows even denser, even warmer. Your body sinks deeper into its embrace. The silence becomes overwhelming in the gentlest possible way. No sound reaches you. No vibration disturbs you. Even your heartbeat feels quieter, as though it is gently blending into the warm hum of the planet. A soft pulse rises from the deep atmosphere, a deep, slow vibration that seems to travel through the entire world. It moves upward through the clouds. It travels through the haze. It touches your body like a warm hand. You exhale into the pulse. You inhale into the warmth. Your breathing becomes steady and calm. Your consciousness becomes soft and weightless. You drift into a thick, warm pocket of bronze haze. This pocket feels like the quietest sanctuary, yet a cocoon of dense, heated mist that muffles even the faintest thought. You sink into it as though sinking under a warm, heavy blanket. Your muscles release fully. Your shoulders loosen. Your hands fall open. Your breath slows to a barely there rhythm. The world around you fades into near dark glow. Only faint amber light remains, soft and diffused, glowing from no clear source. You drift deeper until even that faint glow dissolves. The haze becomes almost uniform, warm, soft, silent. You feel your awareness floating freely in the thick air. Your body feels distant, almost gone, melting into the atmosphere. You drift like a small ember suspended in warm twilight. Below, the cloud surface grows darker, its glow fading into muted shadows. But the warmth rises steadily. It fills your chest. It fills your limbs. It fills your mind. This warmth holds you. It keeps you floating. It quiets every part of you. You drift into another large chamber of haze. This chamber is warmer, still denser, and almost perfectly still. It feels like the very heart of the twilight sea. You hover there, effortlessly. The air supports you fully. The silence lifts you. The warmth soothes you. Your breath slows until it matches the long cycles of the haze. Inhale soft warmth. Exhale soft shadow. Inhale slowly. Exhale deeply. Inhale into stillness. Exhale into sleep. The world narrows into a single sensation, the warm embrace of Venus' deep twilight. Everything else fades. Thoughts dissolve. Memories drift away. Awareness becomes a gentle glow in warm darkness. You float, weightless, silent, wrapped in dense amber haze that softens reality into dream. The deeper atmosphere sends one final, slow pulse upward. It spreads like warm light through the haze. It touches your awareness gently. It carries you into absolute calm. you melt into that calm. You drift deeper into softness. You fall into silence, as warm and deep as a planet's ancient breath. Nothing stirs. Nothing rises. Nothing falls. Only warm twilight. Only peace. Only sleep. Part 14. The soft final drift into Venus' deep, warm silence. You drift deeper still into the ancient, glowing twilight of Venus, carried by the warm breath of a world that moves in slow, eternal rhythms. The haze around you has thickened into delicate, velvet darkness, a darkness warmed from below, glowing faintly with the soft radiance of deep bronze light. Your body rests weightlessly in this heavy air. Every inch of you is supported, held, cradled. The pressure of the atmosphere presses warmly around your skin. It wraps you in gentle, uniform weight. It feels like sinking into a warm mineral bath. It relaxes your outer muscles. It softens your inner breath. It eases you into a deeper layer of rest. Below you, the clouds are darker now, smooth sheets of dense vapor that glow only faintly from within. They move in slow, undulating motions. Huge tides of warm haze rising and sinking across minutes, as if the entire lower atmosphere is breathing beneath you. You breathe with it. Your inhale rises with the slow swell. Your exhale follows the gentle fall. Your breath and the planet are now one slow, continuous motion. The light dims even further. Shadows deepen, but none of it is cold. All of it is warm, soft, comforting, safe. The deeper atmosphere's heat drifts upward, touching your body with steady warmth, flowing around your arms like warm air moving through a quiet room in the evening. You feel the heat settle into your chest. You feel it soften your hands. You feel it spread slowly across your back. Everything inside you loosens. Everything slows. Everything melts. A faint shimmer rises from the cloud surface. A faint, golden pulse spreading through the haze like breath exhaled beneath blankets. The shimmer is slow. It brightens gently, then fades into warm shadow. Each shimmer relaxes another part of your mind. Each glow softens a deeper layer of thought. Each pulse moves you farther into sleep. You drift through a wide plain of amber-brown mist. The haze here is thicker than anything you've drifted through before. It brushes against your shoulders. It folds around your legs. It supports your back. It lifts your body into perfect weightlessness. No sharp motion exists here. No turbulence. No noise. The air flows in slow, looping arcs, patterns shaped by heat rising from the deep layers. Every arc is smooth. Every curve is soft. Every motion lulls you deeper into rest. The temperature increases a little more. Warm, comforting, carrying the same softness as holding a ceramic mug filled with warm tea in a dim room. It brings ease to your breath, depth to your calm, slowness to your awareness. You drift downward again, sinking into the denser haze that spreads like a warm sea. Cloud forms curve upward around you, no longer peaks or waves, but soft walls of mist, rising like warm drapery. Their edges glow with faint amber light. Their interiors pulse with slow motion. You let the clouds guide you, floating through their warm corridors, moving deeper into this soothing twilight world. The atmosphere is so thick now that even gravity feels muted. You are held in suspension, resting with no effort, breathing with no weight, floating as if thought itself has softened into air. Your eyelids feel heavy. Your mind drifts without direction. The boundary between your body and the haze dissolves. You float deeper into the quiet. The world narrows into warmth and shadow and slow breath. All of Venus feels like an embracing presence, gentle, steady, supportive. You drift into a region where faint lights shimmer below you. But they aren't lightning. Not here. Not this deep. They are thermal waves, heat moving in soft pulses, glowing like distant golden coals beneath heavy fog. These thermal pulses rise into your body. They warm your back. They soften your hands. They deepen your breath. Each pulse is like a warm, quiet heartbeat. Each one merges with your own. It becomes hard to tell where the planet ends and you begin. Everything feels unified. Everything feels soft. Everything feels warm. The haze thickens into a deep, enveloping glow. You drift through it like an ember floating in warm smoke. Your thoughts fade. Your awareness softens. The world becomes distant. Your body becomes lighter. Your breath slows into long, smooth waves. You inhale warmth. You exhale into soft darkness. You inhale slowly. You exhale deeply. The deep twilight sea beneath you rises. Its warm surface folds upward like a soft, bronze tide. You float above it effortlessly, held by dense air, held by ancient heat, held by a planet that moves in gentle, timeless cycles. Above you, the haze becomes darker, still. Below you, the cloud surface glows like warm, molten earth. You float in the quiet space between them. A warm cradle in the deep of Venus' atmosphere. The deeper winds here have stopped moving. The air is almost completely still. You float in perfect calm, perfect balance, perfect quiet. Your breath becomes faint. Your body becomes soft. Your mind becomes silent. You drift downward one final time, moving into a low, warm pocket of haze that feels like the softest place in the entire sky. The pocket presses around you with delicate, even pressure. It closes over your shoulders. It supports your entire body. It feels like slipping beneath a warm, heavy blanket that fits perfectly around you. The haze glows faintly. Its warmth fills your chest. Its pressure calms your pulse. Its darkness softens your thoughts until they fade into deep, drifting, quiet. You can no longer tell which direction you're moving. Up and down disappear. Only softness remains. Only warmth. Only breath. Only calm. The faint hum of the deeper atmosphere returns. It is slow, low, almost inaudible. But you feel it through your body, through the air pressing around you, through the quiet rhythm of your own breath. The hum guides you deeper into rest. It settles your mind. It eases every lingering motion of your thoughts. It carries you closer to sleep. You drift, suspended in warm haze, held by a world that knows only slow, soft movement. Your awareness dims. Your breath becomes a whisper. Your body melts into warmth. The deep twilight of Venus' atmosphere becomes a cradle, a sanctuary, a warm sea drifting in shadow. You float in it, safe, still, calm. And as warmth rises softly from the bronze clouds below, and the quiet, velvety haze presses gently around you, your mind drifts toward the deepest layers of sleep slowly, smoothly, silently, like a single ember fading into warm, dark air. As our quiet drift through the golden clouds of Venus comes to a close, let the warmth of this world stay with you just a little longer. The gentle weight of the atmosphere, the soft bronze glow, the slow, ancient breath of the twilight sea. You have floated through layers of mist older than the history of Earth. You have drifted above tides of warm, glowing cloud. You have felt the deep calm of a planet wrapped in endless haze, where every motion is slow, every sound is softened, and the world itself seems to sleep. Let that calm linger in your chest. Let the warmth settle into your breath. Let the silence fill the spaces that once held noise. If sleep has already found you, rest deeply. Let your mind drift through warm shadow, effortless and soft. And if you remain awake a little longer, stay here with the golden mist. There is no rush, no expectation, only warmth, only stillness, only the gentle embrace of a quiet world. Thank you for drifting with us through this glowing, cloud-wrapped planet. Thank you for resting with the slow breath of Venus. May the warmth you found here stay with you. May the softness guide you into peaceful dreams. And may the quiet of this deep, golden atmosphere follow you into the night. Rest well. Sleep deeply. Good night.